Hey there, Busy Bee here. Spyro the Dragon, a classic trilogy on the PS1. To be honest, it's probably my favorite games on the console. Heck, Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer, is my favorite game of all time. But that's not why I'm here. There's this channel, New Game Plus, who did a challenge run of the original trilogy without the ability to glide and fly. And I think that's incredible, and I highly recommend checking them out after this. Those runs inspired me to try something out myself, and I thought, can I beat Spyro the Dragon without charging? The rules are simple. I can't charge at all, period. No variants of it either, like supercharging. I'm going to try to beat as much of the game as possible, but when we beat Nasty Nork, we win. Now, with all that out of the way, let's begin. We start this game with a live television broadcast where the dragons are just publicly roasting Nasty Nork.
Nasty Nork is a simple creature. Simple! He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom. No threat! Besides, he is ugly. That does it!
Well, that pisses him off, because he turns all but Spyro, for some reason, into statues. Well, that's not good. We gotta save him. So, the first hub world, Artisans, and it's really simple to deal with. Free the dragons, set fire to some orcs, and collect all the gems! And this world is easy to 100% with 100 gems and 4 dragons. Next up is Stone Hill, with actual enemies who can attack us. Ooh. These goats and shepherd guys go down in one flame breath, but we run into our first problem, metal containers. We can't break them without the charge move, which means whenever these show up, we can't 100% a level. Dang. But it's okay, we're doing great so far. Also, look at this area. Seems like the end, right? Well, nope. Just ignore common sense and jump down to a beach and gems. That's so cool. And heck, let's do it again with... I feel violence and I don't know why. Anyway, we can glide onto the top of the level and collect stuff too, ain't that? Oh man, I hate thieves. Their taunting yells haunt my nightmares. And for this challenge, they might be a serious problem. They hold eggs, but are super duper fast, so I can't, catch this one. Well, for now, this level is beatable with 168 gems and 4 dragons. On to Dark Hollow, which introduces another problem for us. These enemies have metal shields blocking them, so there's no way to okay, they're idiots. Alright, never mind, not a problem yet. There's also these big guys who have to go down with a flame, so that's cool. And there's some more dragons to free.
Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Never mind, get back in there. Anyway, this level was a breeze, and we were able to collect all 100 gems and all 3 dragons. Town Square is one of the coolest levels in the game, in my opinion. It introduces us to 2 new ways to get gems. A basket you flame and jump over to collect the gem, and a fan one you blow a few times till it explodes. Nice. With all the bulls running around and the bullfighter Norks, it's just all good vibes and... you.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
Okay, I'm going. Jeez, old man. So we can collect most of the gems fine, because dang metal ones still exist. And all the dragons are cake. But this damn thief, I need my eggs. They're so expensive nowadays. Get back here. Wait, he jumps back up. Maybe I can exploit this. Let me see. Nope. Nah. Oh, wait, yes, I got him. We got an egg. That fish is Town Square with 155 gems, 4 dragons, and an egg. I have no idea how many of these I'm going to actually be able to get, so I'm very happy I got this one. Sunny Flight is unique compared to most levels in this game, because you don't even need to touch the ground to beat it. It's a flight level where you have to destroy all the items in the level in a limited time. So this level has 0 issues, and we beat it first try with 300 gems. Time for the boss of this world, Toasty. Now, he's no problem. Heck, he's kind of a pushover. It's his damn dogs that are a problem. Taking 2 hits to take him down, and they're fast, so we either gotta dodge super quick or flame him again at Mach 5. But hey, not really an issue. But too bad there's 3 gems in these containers. Oh well, we beat Toasty the sheep, and we collect 97 gems and 1 dragon. Meaning we can now move on to the next world, since we collected enough dragons. Each balloonist has a goal, and this one was 10 dragons. Alright, on to the next world, Peacekeepers. This place is dope. We got little army dudes firing cannon at us, and we can use those same cannons to blow up metal pots and even rocks. That's so neat. How dare you? Anyway, there's another thief to deal with, but thankfully, it's really as simple as flying over the pond and hitting him with flames. Unfortunately, there's 10 gems locked behind metal pots we can't break, so it's 190 gems here and 4 dragons. Alright. On to Dry Canyon, where there's a lot of tricky gliding, but not too much to struggle with for charging. Yeah, there's these shield enemies with guns, but they're still idiots and come out when they want to attack. Heck, there's even a thief that I thought we couldn't catch, but it was as simple as getting the drop on him before it could run. Perfect. Outside some metal vases, this level is smooth gliding with 375 gems and 4 dragons. Oh no, they're learning! Cliff Town is a really cool concept of a level. With the ability to glide over the poison river, you're able to explore so much of an open area. It was crazy back in the day. But there's so many damn enemies I couldn't take care of, it's ridiculous. They're learning to stay blocked the whole time. Oh well, I was able to get this thief pretty easily at least. Just had to juke him around this building and confuse him. Also, I got 288 gems and 3 dragons. The Ice Cavern has a lot of problems for Spyro. Enemies that have metal and can't be hurt, metal pots I can't break, and ice physics. I'm so slippery. Anyway, this level, just like the last one, had a lot of problems I couldn't deal with, leaving us with 287 gems and 5 dragons. Night Flight is another flight level. Shocker, I know, it's in the name. So we can just skip on by the Dr. Shemp. This level's metal. No, not that type of metal. The cooking ladies from Cliff Town are launching kamikaze soldiers at me. Ow! Ow! They're not messing around. As for the boss himself, well, I'm ashamed to say he actually flattened me for the first time in my life, but only because I was weakened by the soldiers. You just gotta flame his backside 3 times and bam, boss beaten. And 268 gems and 1 dragon were collected, which means we can talk to the balloonist, and since we have over 1,200 gems, we can move on to Magic Crafters. Magic Crafters sucks. Pretty much all the enemies have metal armor, so I can't torch them. There's thieves everywhere. Luckily, one of them I can reach. And these dang magic guys keep raising the ground, which... Uh-oh. We're getting blocked off from a lot of the world. What do you think?
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
That doesn't help! I'll be back. Gonna tackle the areas I know I can deal with now. Alright, Alpine Ridge has more of those steel wizards. Oh my god, they made the ferocious beast actually ferocious! Outside of that annoyance of the steel wizards, this level wasn't too bad. I take it back, I hate this world. And there's another thief that we can't grab. Fantastic! Well, I've done all I can. We end this world with 370 gems and 4 dragons. High Caves is somehow even worse. Tornado fleeing wizards, druids who keep moving platforms, and run, Spyro, run for your life!
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong, like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
I can't supercharge, guys. Stop bringing it up. I'm weak. I have no stamina. Quit mocking me. A lot of this place is locked behind supercharging, but some of the jumps are makeable with good timing. This thief is impossible though, yet again. And I don't know how to deal with these evil bugs and... Whoa, mum. Alright, so I can take out 3 of them, but that's it. I finished this level with 352 gems and 3 dragons. But, now for a real problem. How the heck do we get past this wall? I tried gliding over to it, I tried clipping through it, damage boosting, I even tried making this glide over to the balloonist. Nothing seems to be working. And if I can't get past this dang wall, the run's dead. Well, I ended up in the Spyro speedrunning Discord, and the lovely Lumilara sent me a clip of chargeless any percent, which I had no idea that was even a thing. And if I do this very, very specific glide, I can make it past the druids no problem. So I tried, and tried, and tried. I made a little bit of progress, but I just couldn't do it. So I tried brainstorming. Maybe there's another way around. So I jumped onto this arch and saw there's some ledges I could glide to. Well, they're still blocked by invisible walls and slope down. Fine. Let me see if I can try to ride this wall around the corner then, since distance seems to be my problem. And you know what? That actually did it. After 5 tries, I was able to get past this stupid druid. We can continue the level. And because of that, I was able to beat magic crafters with 211 gems and 3 dragons. I'm so proud of myself for figuring that out. So Wizard Peak is supercharged capital, where almost half of the gems are kept from us. And since we can't, charge, we just gotta accept that a lot of the world is impossible. We're able to make it to the end no problem, however, and we're able to collect 265 gems and 3 dragons. Something I noticed as well is, all the dragons have been collectible so far. Wonder when that's gonna end. Crystal Flight was a hard flight level, but still able to complete it without charge. And we move on to the boss of this world, Blowhard.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
I think Grandpa's tired, guys. Blowhard is an extremely straightforward level. Just follow the path, collect the gems, and flame this Blowhard 3 times, and you win. Not much to report, being able to obtain 345 gems and 1 dragon. And since we have 5 eggs, we move on to Beast Makers. I'm so glad thieves weren't an actual problem in the end. Beast Makers is a big swamp with electrified floors and boars galore. And it's pretty dark, which makes me think I missed some gems, but I did scour the ruins, and I couldn't really find anything else. So we beat this world with 271 gems and 2 dragons.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go.
Yeah, okay, bye. I honestly forgot this level existed. Maybe because it's so similar to Beast Makers? Oh well. We got electric guys electrifying the floors, big one with tasers, and even lightning turret guns, wow. But beyond a lot of enemies being immune to getting destroyed, the level was straightforward, getting us 227 gems and 2 dragons. Misty Bog. There's these weird bush things that'll eat you, lots of steel enemies that make what's normally a fun charging session into a chaotic mess of getting hit repeatedly, and Froggy! This level is one of, if not the hardest level in the game normally, and doing it without the charge doesn't make it any easier. I was able to get out of this cursed level with 402 gems and 4 dragons. And what's next is even worse. Treetops. Where do I begin? Okay, so to get around
For an amazing tour of the treetops, don't just stop at one supercharge.
Yes, we need to.
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can...
There's so much of this level that's impossible to traverse without supercharging from ramp to ramp. which is a really cool concept normally, but we can't charge, so most of this level is impossible. I really hope that's your feat. We're only able to collect 152 gems and only 2 dragons. We finally missed the dragon. Wild Flight sure was wild, but still has nothing to do with the challenge. So on to boss 4, Metalhead. Which, weird tree things aside, I thought this boss was 100% impossible. The lightning rods are made of metal, and so is he. I figured there's no way in heck we could beat him until he threw a minion at me. And he destroyed his own power supply. I'm in utter disbelief. We can actually take down Metalhead. Or more like he takes himself down, but still. We beat Metalhead with 440 gems and 1 dragon. And since we rescued over 50 dragons, we can move on to Dreamweavers. Dreamweavers has a really cool gimmick. There's this jester thing shooting the other jesters with magic, and it shrinks and grows them at will, which is so cool. Beyond that, there's also jesters who, when you damage them, they turn the clocks that count down and usually affect the world in some way. With all this new stuff being a factor, we're able to get 228 gems and 3 dragons. Dark Passage is so cool. Another neat gimmick with light that makes these enemies very monstrous in the dark. But as long as they're in light, or you torch a jester, they'll be easier to deal with. Besides the fire-shooting metal turtles, nothing I can do about them, unfortunately. This place also has a lot of hidden goodies, and I love how this level is structured. We're able to beat this world with 410 gems and 5 dragons. Jeez, this area doesn't miss. Lofty Castle has these Norks floating via these platypuses that can fly? I don't know, we pop them, but we need to rescue 3 fairies per area so they can make a whirlwind for us to fly around. Pretty neat.
Fairies are always on your side, Spyro.
Yeah, sure, all fairies. This level is really fun to go through, but unfortunately, there's a big clump of gems we can't reach because of supercharging. I tried wall riding, but no luck. Oh well, this level is beatable with 345 gems and 3 dragons. Haunted Towers. All these enemies are covered in metal armor and there's no way to deal with them. Unless... with a fairy's kiss, we're able to melt through steel, which makes my life easier as we're able to break the metal vases as well. Good times end here though, because everything else in this level is blocked off by the supercharged. Dang it. We're only able to get 214 gems and save 1 dragon. What a shame. Guess kisses are overrated, right? No wait, babe, please come back. I love you! Icy Flight. The final flight level is both easier than the last 2 and not relevant to the challenge. So on to the boss of this world, Jaqua. This level sucks. Really tricky platforming, which I fail a ton on. A lot of enemies I can't kill, which locks me to one path and having to leave to come back into the level just to make progress. And what the hell happened there? Get me out of here. 403 gems and 2 dragons. And since we collected over 6,000 gems, we can go to the final hub world, Nork Nexus. Ugh, I hated that. This place is small and simple. A lot of the gems are blocked behind these dragon heads, so I won't have a total until he beat the Nork himself. So I'm not gonna worry about that. It is fascinating to know that the adult dragons went to try to take him down after being freed, but failed. Can't believe I'm the only competent one. Anyway, onto Nork Cove. This world has a fun gimmick that we can barely use. You're supposed to charge in these metal barrels to launch at enemies and the like, but we can't. Man, that's depressing.
You gotta believe.
You're right, Spyro. I do believe. It's all gonna be okay. Never mind, I hate everything. I ran into a hiccup here. See, I need to get past this guy to make it to the end of the level, which for every World Nasty's world is mandatory. But this guy's blocking me. Fortunately, I could just damage boost off the water. Otherwise, this run would be dead in the water. Yeah, it's funny because we're able to finish the level with 275 gems and 2 dragons. Twilight Cove is the last level in the game before Nasty himself. And they ain't messing around. They're packing heat. Holy crap, run, Spyro! Grenades, what the hell? Look at that range! Okay, I think we're fine now. Let's go. This level's crazy. With all the Commando Norks out for blood, it's actually tricky to get through this level without the charge. There's another supercharged spot, so no dice there, but we are able to make it through and beat the level without 247 gems and 2 dragons. Final boss time. Oh no. So Nasty Nork, we gotta deal with a thief, and I don't know how to cheese him. Speedrunning community, please help. It's that easy, huh? Alright. So I was able to get both of them no problem after that, but the Nork is another issue entirely. He's fast, and I'm trying to cheese him, but I can't figure it out. Oh my god, that's genius! So I wait him out and... Anyway, we torch him, and he runs off into a platform-heavy area. But that's no problem for us, so we torch him one last time, and we beat him, proving, yes, you can beat Spyro without the charge. Also, we collect 445 gems. This run was really fun. Seeing how much of the game I could beat was refreshing for a game I've beaten a few times before. A massive shout out to Lumalara and the speedrunning community. Without them, this run would have been toast. The final total for this run was 9,315 gems, 77 dragons, and 6 eggs. I bet an actual speedrunner could do better than me, so hey, try this challenge yourself. Heck, New Game Plus, if you see this, I'd love to see your take on it with all the crazy glitches you can do. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I'll be doing this with the rest of the trilogy as well, and who knows, maybe I'll play Enter the Dragonfly and Hero's Tale too. Until then, this has been Busy Bee. Peace!